Good morning, everyone. So I'd like to give a warm welcome to each and every one of you here to our workshop titled Get Ready with Copilot with Microsoft 365. My name is Ashley. I'm the marketing analyst at Novantic Malaysia, and I'll be your host for today's session. So we have prepared a very insightful discussion on Microsoft Copilot that we can't wait to share with you. But first, allow me to go through some housekeeping notes that we have for today's session. Okay, so firstly, you are encouraged to join in on a listen-only mode during the presentation. However, you can always feel free to unmute yourself if you want to raise your questions to our speakers. And besides that, you can also raise your questions towards the end of our session, during the Q&A session, or throughout the session through the chat widget that's available here on Teams. And you can also tell us how we did in the feedback form, where we'll be sharing our QR code with you later. Lastly, kindly also note that this session will be recorded so that we can offer it to all of you, our attendees, after the webinar session. Moving on to our agenda for today. Firstly, we will be hearing from Izzat Izam, our account manager, who will be providing an overview of Novantic, as well as our company values and the innovative solutions that we can provide to businesses like yours. And following Izzat, we will be having Ayuni Said, who is our Microsoft Modern Work Specialist, who will dive into the capabilities of Copilot. And after that, we will be passing the floor back to Izzat Izam, who will be introducing Novantic's offerings and showcasing our tailored solutions that are designed to meet the specific needs of businesses in today's fast-paced digital landscape. And towards the end of our session, we will be opening up the floor to have a Q&A session, and this will be an opportunity to ask any questions you might have regarding the topics discussed today or any related queries you might have, and our experts will be ready to provide you with their insightful answers. So once again, thank you all for being here. I'll pass the floor to our first speaker, Izzat.
So hi everyone. So Ashley, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear.
Okay, great. So hi everyone. I'm Izzat and I'm the account manager at Novantic. So I've been in Microsoft industry for 2-3 years, and I joined Novantic last year. So in the next slides, I will be sharing you a little bit about who is Novantic, what Novantic is all about, and our nature of business lah. So perhaps you can go next. Okay, so Novantic is a digital solution provider that specializes in Microsoft multi-cloud solutions and digital transformations. So we help organizations like yours on your digital transformation journey. As you can see here in this laptop, we go that by the motto of global expertise, local outcomes. And how do we do that? So we do this by acquiring companies with a set of expertise like AWS, ITAM, and so on. So at Novantic, we have a global footprint of 60 countries, 30 years in the market, global market, 13 years in Malaysia. And last year alone, we have generated about 1.6 billion revenues in our total revenue lah for global company, and we are still growing. And we have established partnership with major principals like Microsoft, AWS, Oracle, Google, Apple, and so on. In the recent years, okay, for the past 30 years, we are known as the sole Microsoft partners. However, in the recent years, we have expanded our portfolio to not limit ourselves with Microsoft. So we have acquired organizations with specific expertise, as I mentioned earlier. So in terms of our expertise, we are expert in Microsoft, data and AI, modern infrastructure, cybersecurity, and so on. So as you can see here, at Novantic, we act as the bridge between principals like Microsoft and the customers. our solutions and services. We can provide you all the solutions. We bring it all together. If you have needs on the software, if you have needs on cloud solutions, AI, cybersecurity, we will be your go-to partner lah, to connect you between vendor and also Microsoft. So our goal is to leverage our principal partners by making your business ambitions a reality while boosting your operational efficiency and so on. Next. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, we have been the key Microsoft partner over the past 3 years. We've been the global partner over the years, and more than 600 of our personnel are Microsoft certified professionals. And these recent years, we were awarded by Microsoft as the Microsoft Partner of the Year, not only in Malaysia, but also in Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and for this year, Malaysia is the Microsoft Partner of the Year. So in terms of our Microsoft capabilities, so we possess 15 advanced specializations, specifically in Azure, security, and of course in modern workplace. And also, we are one of the partners that have the Azure Expert MSP, which is only given by Microsoft itself. And yeah, so let's say if you have some needs on cloud transformation, if you're looking to explore into cloud, if you want to see, let's say if you are still running on-prem, you want to explore, we are here to help you. We can help you to run the assessment. Let's say if you have needs on Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, where Ayuni will be sharing you an overview of Copilot. Let's say if you are keen to explore more, we are here to help you to run the assessment all the way to get on board. Let's say if you get on board, we will be there to help you to do the adoption and change management to help your staff or your users to get used to the solution. Okay, so I think I'm done for now. So now I'm passing over to our modern workplace specialist, which is Ayuni. So over to you, Ayuni.
All right, so thank you so much, Izat, for the very great introduction. So let me taking over the slides. Okay, let me take control of it. Okay. All right, so I hope that my voice have been heard clearly. Okay, so everything's fine. All right, okay, cool. Right, so let me get started. Okay, so hi guys, everyone. Good morning. So I hope everyone have already have a very great lunch. Sorry, very good breakfast. It's not lunch yet. Okay, so let me carry forward with my presentations. Okay, so basically, I would like to have some interaction here. So how many of you guys already have or already use Copilot? Or already see, at least you guys know Copilot. You can just raise your hand there. You can click the raise hand key. All right, so we have a few people have already see how is Copilot works. But for today, actually, I would like to share more on how you guys can get ready with Copilots, right? But before that, I would like to share more on Copilot. So what is Copilot is and how we can get started with Copilot, right? Okay, so basically for this one, right? How you can get a co-pilot worth more from a free lunch, right? So this is what the Microsoft have been doing the surveys over the early access program in October last year, right? So this is program what free lunch, right? So if like say employee have been offered for free lunch. Basically, 80% of the users choose Copilot rather than the free lunch because of 30% of even say that it would influence their choice of employer. So if like say I have Copilot, this is for sure for me because I already use Copilot. I think I'm around 6 months, right? So I love Copilot and I've been using like a lot. Okay, and then this is some sharing from Microsoft where they use Copilot internally, right? So one of the prominent narrative around AI on how is the nations of employees are fearful on ultimate how they can put out their job, right? So while 49% of it respondent that some concern about the job security, right? So all of these basically have been proven by the internal uh, studies in Microsoft 365 Copilot, right? Across the sales, IT, HR, engineering, and marketing. So all have the all out value with the 87% agree that more productive, more important to work, have stay in the flow, have a satisfying work and mundane tasks, right? So from the value of workflow, right? So it have like 81% allowed to spend less time searching for the information where it can use Copilot to search informations, right? So the value by the function or role. So each of the function of the role have a different case scenario and studies. So if let's say you want to know more on different role, for example, the case study for HR, the case study for finance and etc. Right. So that one is please reach out to if let's say Izzat is your account manager, please reach out to Izzat or reach out to our sales representative to have you guys onboarded before you purchase Copilot. Right. And then this is how the trend of work index, where 31 thousand people over 31 countries already have already achieved the AI, right? So the platform API actually is wide, right? We long rely that all data to help us understand where work is going, right? So with this annual work trend index, so as well as productivity signal from the Microsoft Graph and labor market trends from LinkedIn, so this is now the trend where you can move to AI, basically. So um, based on the research, 64% of the employees don't have enough time or energy to do their work, right? So the primary cause of this time and energy drain are things like searching from informations and navigating inefficient meeting. Right? And then the employees are reported spending nearly to 60% of their time on communicating and coordinating by leaving 40% for creation and deep thinking collaboration. So therefore, 57% of employees' time is spent on communicating rather than doing their job, right? So this will come with the digital debt, right? So that's why it's come with innovation and AI throughout the year, right? So on this part, Microsoft come in with the AI innovations where co-pilots, right? So within this, right, a recent study found that 87% of AI leaders believe AI will give their organizations on competitive edge. But the questions every leader is asking themselves right now is how your organization sees the full potential of AI, why you want to safeguarding your business, your data, and your employees, right? So I believe this is also you need to consider as well on how you want to maintain your security infrastructure while while implementing the AI within the organizations, right? So I give out the question to you and I let you guys to answer by yourself, right? Okay, and the employees and leaders are really ready to embrace AI, right? So with two times of likelihood of the leaders say that what provide the value by boosting your productivity versus cutting headcount, right? So when you're boosting your productivity, right? So you need to maximize or optimize each of the employee that you have, right? So yeah, so in fact, of managers have a two time more likely to say that um, most valuable for boosting productivity versus a cutting headcount, right? So 70% of the employees are willing to delegate work to, AI. Okay, so please not um confused if, like, say, 70% of employees willing to delegate work to AI is not replacing your AI, but it's not replacing your work, but sharing your work with AI. So at least it's will less your burden um when doing your job, right? Um but in before you start on the path of AI, so it's important for every organization to pause and think about these five important questions. What are your goals for using AI? What are the pain points within your organizations that can be addressed with AI? What are your current AI capabilities? Um, does your organizations have data strategies in place, or do you have the necessary infrastructure and resources to support the initiative for AI? So each of these elements will help you to guide and shape how you bring AI into your organizations, right? But throughout the session, I also show how you can prepare yourself with before you can share with AI. Right. So the AI powered organizations. So where how you can start with the foundational productivity to move to Microsoft 365 Copilot. Right. All right. So basically this is the checklist of get AI ready checklist, right? How you need to empower employees with secured AI powered tools, standardize onto M365, organize a sensitive business data, right? So while we're taking these 3 points as a starter to learn on how we can use these for the next slide. Okay, so for the first checklist here, how we can empower employees with secure AI, right? So we start to help them standardize into artificial right? So previously, if let's say you already use Microsoft Edge, right, you will see the big check for enterprise, right? So now I've been known as a Copilot. So when you open your Microsoft Edge, you will see the Copilot button. This is a Copilot symbol, the Copilot icon here, right? So you will see this icon um, within your Microsoft Edge, and then you can click it and use as a bin check Copilot check, right? So um, why Copilot? So basically, Copilot is powerful and protective. So you have a business data protected that already included with the Entra ID. If let's say you use your Entra ID or Azure Active Directory, formerly named, right? So each data is not safe, right? Whatever you save, whatever you search within your Microsoft Edge is not safe. No eyes on access. Chat data is not used to train the model. So it's different if, like, say, you use the free ChatGPT, right? So because of the ChatGPT here is already used a ChatGPT for Turbo, okay, and Dell E3, right, with no additional cost for the Entra ID users. So another things on the transparency in current, right? So it will use the citation provided each respondent. For example, you said something in your Copilot chat in Microsoft Edge, right? So it will share to you each of the resource where it take from, right? So you refer back whatever information that have been shared to you. Okay, so I give you a very sneak peek on how to work the efficiencies with the copilots. How employee and teams can leverage Copilot to help them to do tasks like summarize a long PDF, draft emails, more efficiencies, generate images, learn new skills, and get answers to more complex questions more easy, right? So these are some of the common work these use cases that we have been seeing. For example, like 10 to 20 pages check and file into the 5 bullets using in Copilot Age, right? You'd want to draft email, so use as a professional writers. on the call to draft emails, captions, and more. You want to leave behind the stock image, and you want to generate your own image. You want to ask questions that tell you needs and interests. You want to get a complex answers. Those can be um those can be done in Copilot in Microsoft Edge, right? So what you guys already have is Copilot in free version, Copilot in Microsoft Edge. So the platform already shift this big will acquire a new skillings from the prompt engineering to reimaging the workflows with AI. So 80% of leaders anticipate in employees with a new need a new skills in the AI era. So we have already seeing a 79% of year-over-year increase in number of LinkedIn job posting in US that reference as ChatGPT or GAI, generative AI intelligence, when posting their uh, work, right? So how we can putting both tools to work for you, right? So the Copilot is work in the current web AI, where a Copilot from Microsoft 365 using your data, your company data within the Microsoft environment, right? So within your Microsoft tenant. So um, we start with a Copilot to lay down a foundation of safety with commercial data protections. If you are ready for the chat for AI chats that grounded in your company's data, such as emails, meeting, and files, I encourage you to explore more on the Microsoft 365 Copilot. Right. So let's go for the second point on the standardized onto Microsoft 365. So how we can enrich your co-pilots, right? So this is one of the comprehensive solutions within Microsoft 365, where foundational productivity start with Microsoft 365. A solution stretches across all different elements that are required into the modern world work that are essential prerequisite to leveraging my Copilot from Microsoft 365. So, zero trust foundations that every access point to your network and data is registry authenticated and protected, reducing the risk of a security breaches. Where when you implement in your Microsoft Entra ID, with Defender for Office 365, Azure Information Protection, right? So this will be help you more on you can prepare with this, right? So how you can simplify the endpoint management, you create a robust endpoint management that allow for seamless device control, maintenance, and security enforcement, as creating a stable work of environment where it's come with a complete Windows 11 for business or for enterprise, Windows Copilot, Microsoft Intune, Universal Prince, and Microsoft 365 Lighthouse, right? And then the productivity and collaborations, where the tools that design to works together to help customers to be more effective and efficient, right? So it Teams, Word, Excel, PowerPoints, those are features are those are tools that you can use throughout your organizations, right? So through these comprehensive solutions, all these capabilities with a stack of product, and they each are designed to work together to minimize operation cost and complexity. And we believe that zero trust and simplified endpoint management are requirement for a stellar productivity and collaboration experience. But let's take a look more on that indeed, right? So how you can have a baseline, a core, and best in the class, right? For example, so Copilot from Microsoft 365 is an add-on that available for Office 365 E3 and E5, as well as Microsoft E3 and E5 suites, right? So the plan that you choose determine the level of security and compliance control available to your Microsoft 365 environment and Copilot that will protecting your data, devices, and applications, right? So Office 365 E3 will provide a baseline security control that including with a multi-factor authentication via security default to help safeguard your organization from identity-related attacks such as password spray, replay, and phishing. So EC also include a standard compliant control that allowing you to log a user's activity and search for the Copilot interactions, right? Then we move to the core where the M365, Microsoft 365 E3 offers a core security control, such as conditional access with Entra ID. So this will evaluate logins based on factors like users group, membership, IP locations, device state, and the application being accessed, right? So it's also allows for the use of manual sensitivity and retention level for both Office documents and non-Office file like PDF. So you can protect access to sensitive data in Copilot interaction with data loss prevention policies and with advanced SharePoint site-wide access control and reporting, so you can prevent idle or excessive access, right? Additionally, with Microsoft 365 E3, so it's already included with unified um, endpoint management solution with Intune, right? Well, you help you to enforce the granular policies based on users' device locations and app content and managing and securing your mobile devices and application, right? And here also we have Patterson's class, which is a Microsoft 365 E5 that offers the security controls such as Entra ID integration with Signal with Entra ID protections that allowing the conditional access policy to identify um, and remediate the risky uses and sign-in behaviors. Also, it will help you in automatically apply the sensitivity levels and retention levels using a Microsoft Purview. So these automatic applications ensure consistent and efficiencies data management and eliminates the human errors by automatically classify classifying and protecting the sensitive information at skills and help to ensure data is retained for the required period of time, right? And then how we can prevent the leak of data, right? Leak of endpoint devices, right? And then we can detect a non-compliance using purview as well with communication compliance and premium investigation control, right? So these provide the high level of overview of the controls, but these are not it, right? So if let's say you want to know more about all of these license, please reach out to our sales and then we can share to you throughout the session, right? So the restricted SharePoint search, right? So this one is we can restrict the SharePoint search where you can um configure between your Microsoft 365 Copilot, right? So these are intended as temporary solutions to give customers time to review and audit sites permissions, right? So because of when before implementing Copilot, we need to consider a few scenarios, right? So this is one of it, right? When we got started with Copilot, so we need to do a Copilot for M365 optimization assessment, where this will help you to understand, right, your situations, your status, or the data security posture. So based on the results, I will get the most recommendation for the best deployment path for the customers, right? So if the customer is not ready to deploy the Copilot right away, so I can turn on, as a partners, we can turn on the restricted SharePoint search, where which is this is a new feature to reduce the risk of the data oversharing by limiting the result that a Copilot return from the SharePoints. Because of, for example, you have some information that can be shared within the organization. For example, the credit card informations, the salary itself, or others, right? So those are cannot be shared within the organization itself, right? So you can enable the restricted SharePoint search, right? So this is a temporary measure that allow the customers to start using Copilot quickly, then move to improve their data approach, right? Then the next step is already ready. Then we will deploy Microsoft 365 or Copilot for Microsoft 365. So once the Copilot is rolled out, you can follow the core path or the best in class path to optimize the data security posture, right? So this is some of the required license. So Office 365 E3, right, or M365 Business or higher, right, or required license in the best in the class E5 and the SharePoint Advanced Management. And then a step five, right? So after the data security issues are remediated, you can turn off the restricted SharePoint search to unlock the full value of Copilots and enable it to access all relevant SharePoint insights. Okay, so those are some of the data security control that you need to consider before you deploying your Microsoft Copilot. Okay, so we go for the third Get AI ready checklist, right? So organize the sensitive business data. Okay, so within this, right? So how you already can prepare your environment for better Copilot experience. Okay, so Copilot will inherits your organization existing Microsoft 365 security, compliance, and privacy policy. So your data is logically isolated and protected within your Microsoft 365 tenant, and always within your control. So by designs, right, Copilot from Microsoft 365 respect a user perspective and a group permission to any content or information it's retrieved, or only generates information based on information that user especially have a permission to access. So with this, right, from the Microsoft message, all the messages, meeting, chats, file sharing, users calendars. So it's within using a semantic index as a tools, right? So everything is included in Microsoft Graph, right? So where the permission in place, right? So Microsoft 365 allow you to classify a team to ensure the right people are on the right conversations, right? So this will prevent you to content oversharing, right? So if let's say you already use a business premium or M365, so you can already apply the sensitivity level or restrict the permission in Microsoft 365 application using an IRM, or you want to set up a retention levels and policies for emails. By doing these things, it will help you to ensure the semantic index for Copilot for Microsoft 365. So it's reasoning over the set of business contact and content. So this will surface and the most relevant actionable information from within the organizations to the end users, and things like content oversharing and accidental leakage can be avoided, right? So we already talked about foundational productivity. So now I would like to share you more about my co-pilot for Microsoft 365. So within this, right, so I will do like a very quick 50 minutes demo on co-pilots, right? So I have been shared to you where Microsoft Recycle Copilot that have grounded your business data, right? That have a comprehensive security and compliance, security compliance and privacy solutions that inherits your security compliance and privacy policy setup in your Microsoft 365. Architected to protect your data, integrated with apps that you use every day. Um, you can have a control with the user admin always in control, and is designed to learn a new skill, for example, right? So how you can unlock a productivity and leash your creativity within a copilot for Microsoft 365, because the foundational of it, right? So large language model, so your Microsoft Graph, Microsoft integration with Microsoft 365 application, and also the use of the internet to make sure that a copilot can be running properly. And of course, it's have been built on the Microsoft comprehensive approach of a security compliance, privacy, and responsible AI. All right. So I have mentioned that it has been um, used, or it can be integrated with your Microsoft Office applications, right? So along the side of it, right? So I will share to you one by one of it. Let's start with Teams meeting. All right. So let me play the video. Okay. So you already see how it's work in Microsoft Teams, right? So let me do straight away a live demo on that. So let me share my screen. All right. Okay. So where is my? So this is my. Okay. So because of the this session is recorded, right? So I will straight away show to you on how it's work. For example, I want to record something. So I just click a recap meeting so far. So this will generate some of the information of it, right? So it can be from the Copilot in Teams meetings can be two, right? Either you can do it live like this, or you want to get it from your recorded sessions, right? So this is all the things, right? So it's have here the housekeeping notes, again the agenda overview, the Noventic overview, Microsoft Copilot capabilities, security and compliance, right? So this will refer on um which what I could say which minutes, right? Or which time that is have been addressed, right? So if you can see this transcript on what time? Okay, it's minute 1:12, right? And then it's yeah, the 29 seconds. So when you go through the recordings, and you will okay straight away see. So this is where is it, right? So this is what I love in Teams meeting. Of course, I can answer what questions are unresolved, right? So this is appearing all the questions that unresolved during the sessions, right? Okay, so those are what can be do and Copilot and Teams, right? But how about others? Okay, so let me go through the slides again. Okay, so so which is in Copilot in Outlook, right? So what is can do in Copilot in Outlook? So basically, I have this Copilot in Outlook here. Okay, so I can even reply from these conversations, right? From this, for example, I want to summary Copilot, so it can be summarized here, right? So Christine Klein forwarded a set of Northwest ready accusations material to Isaiah, Diego and Lydia, Adelvance and Lynn, right? So they asked the team to review the materials and provide feedbacks, right? So basically, I can ask Copilot. For example, I want to reply. All right, I just can click reply of it. Okay, so I use Copilot, traffic Copilot, and I reply without any context. Then it will generate a reply. Right. So it's just a reply what it is, right? But if let's say I specific on um what feedback, right? So for example, on this one, more information assumptions, blah 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 blah, right? But if let's say I want to have more feedback on it, right? For example, on the novel feedbacks on the proposal. All right, and traffic copilot reply with some comments on the proposal, right? So it will generate some replies based on the proposal. I not even review what in the documents and what in the proposal, right? So these are some of the things that, right? So information that have been shared, right? Of course, I can make it longer, make it shorter, make it more formal, direct, casual, make it point. All right. So this is some of it where you can use, right? If like say you want to change some things, more details. Okay, so it will generate it will crafting the draft for it, right? So it's a small details of it. So need attention is financial, operational. So this is some suggestion that have been give to you on from Copilot to you to reply the email. So I can keep it, right? And then you see. So all of these can be replied straight away. Okay, so those are quick one with Outlook, right? And also let's move to Microsoft Word, right? So if Word, if like say you see I have one sample of I think it's this one is project guideline, right? So I can ask Copilot to summarize the documents what about. So we have 18, yeah, 18. So I can summarize this document in 3 points, right? So it will give you 3 points on what is the documents about. All right. So if you see here, Okay. Um, I want to change this to a table. Like so, because of this, it looks like a guideline, right? So I make it visualize as a table, right? So you don't need to like copy and paste, put in table, etc. So you just can visualize in table what is the features description. So it based on what a Copilot understands, right? So you want to keep it or regenerate is regenerate for you, visualize as a table. So it's up to you, right? So this is based on the document that ready. How about you want to start from a scratch? Okay, so from a scratch, for example, create um OneDrive for business guideline based on I want to refer the same file that I opened OneDrive collaboration demo. Okay, so this will take from the file that I referring to. So how to use a OneDrive to collaborate and share document, right? What is the features and etc. Okay, so if you see here, while it's generating, if you see here, I have a sensitivity that have been applied within my organizations, my within Noventics, right? So um, let me regenerate it again. Okay, within this organization. So due to the content created by the co-pilots, so organization automatically apply the sensitivity labels, right, within a general or employees, or you can select the sensitivity labels like a confidential, highly confidential. So those can be select within your organization if you apply the sensitivity labels or restrictions on what you use it, right? Oopsie. Okay. So because of let me close. Don't save. Let me regenerate it again. Oh, create OneDrive for business guideline based on right generate. Okay, while it's generating. Okay, so while it's generating, right? So if you see here, so each of the applications that can be integrated with Copilot, it's have a library. So you can see the prompt here. So the prompt will help you, or the prompt will give idea on what you can ask. Okay, on what you can ask within the applications like Word, right? What you can ask in Word. So this prompt are from a Copilot lab on task on a job type. So you can filter based on the type, based on job type. So for now, the department that have been shared to this is human resource and marketing, industry, financial services, retail, and manufacturing. So only these have been shared first. But if let's say you want to know more about it, about which industry and what can apply with co-pilots, right? So I can share to you um I can share on that as well after the sessions, right, with the link. Okay. So I don't know why it's happening. It's always happen when I do live demo, right? Okay. So this is how you can use and what you can use, right? And Word. So I need to move forward, right? So within Excel, right? So I have a bunch of data here on what is the account. Okay. So from Copilot, I can ask Copilot to summarize or give some insights of this. For example, I want to show some insights. So basically, this what is this data about? Right. So it will go through from this data. So it will analyze all of it, September by year, increase by year, all the sums or by year. So basically, you can ask. For example, I have um some from here. Okay, I just use it. Right. So I want to generate a column of suggestion. Okay. So from Copilot, it's either will give you a formula or it will create for you to create to insert a column, right? So for example, like the total annual value. So it's add up all the months value from January to December. So this is the formula that I can just copy and paste and then put it, right? Or I can just click insert column. So it will be inserted here, right? So it will insert the total value and then we'll align with the table, right? But for example, I want to ask more than that. Okay, right. I'll just use the example here. I will take the find the highest monthly value, but I need to go here again because it's only can work table in Excel, right? Okay, so this is some specific questions that I can ask Copilot on the highest monthly value for each account by comparing the values from January to December, but I not specify on any of the year, right? So it's will looking and then as well see. Okay, so let it load it. Right, so basically on this, right, so this is somewhat I cannot move. If I move, that is not working, right? Okay, so now it's half, right? So the highest monthly value, so this is identify either the max of, so it's give you a formula here, or you can just insert the column. See, right? Even though if like say you want to make it highlight the high value of it, this can be highlighted as well, the highest or the lowest, right? So those are some of it that you can do in Excel, right? So lastly, I will show and what I could say that in PowerPoint, right? So basically in PowerPoint, I can generate a slide presentation. So let's try generate a slide presentations. I want to create a slide presentation sorry, based on the file that I used just now, which is a OneDrive collaboration demo, right? So if we create a slide presentations of it, right? So it's combining and file and search around the file, and this will create another uh presentation slides here. So how to maximize the productivity with OneDrive collaborations. right? With all the prerequisites, the agenda, the conclusions, and everything, right? So from here, right, it will also complete with the talking tracks, where it will show the notes as well. Okay, it's same with words just now. It's also we restrict, we put the sensitivity level here, so it will straight away generate a bunch of presentation slides. Of course, you can change the presentation slide based on your needs using a designer, right? On which designer that you want to use it, right? So I already go through on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, Outlook, right? So I think that's about it. I ran out of time. I have one more minutes to carry on. All right. Let me go back to the slides. Right. So how can you get started? You can contact us, Navantic, to have more info to set up a demo, or you want to get started with the adoptions dev on the security privacy compliance. We are here to help you to share with you more on this, right? And then I think that's about it. Thank you so much. I give the floor back to Ashley.
Thank you so much, Ayuni, for the comprehensive and insightful session on Copilot. I will now be passing the floor to Izzat so that he can share with all of you our offerings.
Thank you, Ashley, and also thank you, Ayuni, for the wonderful presentation. I'm not seeing this. Okay. I'm seeing the Copilot slide at the moment. Can you change to the... I cannot navigate this slide. Okay, thank you, Ashley, Rachel. So now I'm going to share with you 3 attractive offerings that would help you to get on board to Copilot with Novantic. Okay, as what Ayuni mentioned, right? Business leaders believe AI will help organizations for better efficiency and also give you a competitive edge. So if you are looking to ride the wave with a minimum purchase of 10 units, we are offering you a 10% discount for the purchase of Copilot licenses. And this is an ongoing promotion, and this promo has been extended until end of September 2024. However, there's a catch. You need to be either existing Noventic CSP customers, or if you are new to CSP, if you never get onboarded to CSP program, then you are also eligible for this discount. So if you don't want to miss this out, you may contact your account manager to explore this opportunity. So another attractive offerings that we have is another promotion for M365E3. So if you are looking at advanced security features like data protection or threat management, so M365E3 is your go-to license to choose lah. So if you want to upgrade your current licenses to M365E3, also we also offering you a discount of 15%, and this discount valid lasts until June 2024. Again, if you are keen to explore, you can contact your respective account manager. Uh, Okay, so in this slide, I'm going to share with you how we at Novantic can make your life easier with Novantic subscription platform. So say if you get onboarded with us via CSP program with Novantic, so this platform allows you to purchase subscription or manage your subscription using the customer control panel. So you can use this tool or platform to have a view on your subscription status, payment models, expiration date, and so on. With this platform also, you can also check your payment history, payment due date, and even download your invoices. Say if you are on Azure, you can see your current consumption. You can even get get a summary report for a selected period. And also each month you will receive your consumption report lah if you are using Microsoft Azure. So this is a 24/7 access for the subscription management. We can also offer free trial licenses. You can also do some analytics and drill down some report with this platform and so on. So yeah, I have come to an end of my presentation. So now I'm passing this back to Ashley. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Izzat, for the explanation. So please do reach out to us if you're interested in any of the offerings that Izzat presented earlier. And if you want to stay updated on our latest announcements or upcoming events or any valuable content, so be sure to connect with us on our social media platforms. You can follow us on Facebook or connect with us on LinkedIn. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So by following us on these platforms, you'll be the first to know if we have any upcoming future events or webinars. So we look forward to connecting with you online. Moving on. Before we move on, I would like to take a moment to address the extension of today's session. I sincerely apologize for the unexpected extension, but I thank all of you who are still here and joining us till the end. So before we conclude our workshop, we highly value your feedback as it's really helpful for us to improve and provide you with a better experience in the future. So I would appreciate it if you take a moment to scan the QR code displayed on the screen here. It will direct you to our feedback form, and your input is invaluable to us. So we appreciate you taking the time to let us know about your workshop experience. So if you have any other queries or anything we can assist you with, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so we have now reached the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please do raise your virtual hand. I'll be sure to call upon you, or it would be great if you can unmute yourself as well, so that you can ask your questions, or you can type your question in the chat box also. Okay. If there's no question, okay. Okay, so Ayn sent in a question. She asked how to fully use Copilot in Excel. Thank you for the question, Ayn.
Okay, so let me address that. So in order to fully use or Copilot in itself, so first thing first, we must have the license of Copilot for M365, and then you can use Copilot in Excel already. But I think let's connect separately on that. So I can show you on how we can fully use Copilot in Excel.
Okay, if there's no more questions from anyone, I hope that everyone understood well. So that's great to see. So we can move on towards our closing. Okay, so I would like to thank everyone again that has attended this webinar, attendees and speakers. We hope that you found it enlightening as much as we enjoyed organizing it for you. So thank you very much for your time, and sorry again for the extension, but we appreciate you being here. I hope you have a good lunch and hope you have a great day ahead.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much, everyone, to
everyone.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.